Honestly speaking, this is all my fault. I checked the time. I checked the starting time, and it said 10 o'clock. But my brain forgot that Nigeria is 1 hour ahead of us. Anyways, so we are looking at the zone 4.2. Welcome if you are joining us live on whatever channel, whether Switch or whether on YouTube. Great to have you with us. Yesterday was great. 30 minutes late. I'm sorry, right? I had no idea that Nigeria was 1 hour ahead of us. I'm sorry. I learned that today. I checked the time and I was like, oh, 10 o'clock. Let me just take a 45-minute rest. And I was like, before I do that, let me just check if the boards have been set up. And I'm like, what? Hey, no problem. Thanks for being around. Oh, let me push my screen. So yesterday, Ghana had a very good result. So as always, I'm starting with Ghana, then I'll look at everybody else. So it's going to be the whole tournament, but my focus is going to be on Ghana. But if you do have like a game or a player you're interested in seeing, whose game you're interested in seeing, I'll also be willing to look at that. Already we are in getting to this territory here. Okay. Why am I on the master's database? No, that's what I want. Yeah. Let's not use the engine yet. Since if you give me the okay, let's use it, but I don't want to be looking at the move. I want to think about the position myself sometimes. Yeah, we learn every day. Piet, right? This is the Piet. I used to play this, but I used to play more or less the Black Lion. So the Antiphilidors sort of position here, I think you go here. I think you go knight first, then after like bishop here or something, then you go knight bd7. Yeah, that's the Black Lion defense, which I used to play primarily at some point in time as black. Okay, so here he allows the trade, which normally leads to like drawish territory, but it's a little bit dangerous because, like, okay, it's not really dangerous because even if you play bishop, sidestep with the bishop for check, queen takes, king takes. Sorry, start up with the bishop c6, queen takes, king takes, knight jumps in castles. It's more of an evenish game, though. I mean, you still need experience to play it. But I mean, Jeffron's result yesterday was crazy. So I mean, he can do okay. So he decides to lock the position. Now we have more or less the Black Lion position. And this position is very interesting, especially with lines like this. But normally it's not considered good for black when, sorry, it's not good for white when white closes down the position. Normally, you want to keep that pawn tension, because if you have more like understanding of the position, resolving the pawn tension at the right time can determine who wins and who loses. And that pawn tension usually helps white, especially with tricks like this, right? But if I was playing the Black Lion and I saw this, I'd be very okay with this position. Now with the Black Lion, you want to go aggressive. One game per day, per the shadow, yes. But with how early they started this, it could be more than one. Again, you can check chess results. It shows the shadow and everything. So, okay, I would never go for this. These are moves I don't like because of, yeah, I don't like positions that look like this. But it seems this might be prep, because this is not something I think people traditionally go for in this type of position. Maybe I might be wrong, but yeah, this kind of, I mean, the positional advantage I can see here is that he locks this light squared bishop. So white is just going to play with a bad bishop, which hopefully becomes better in the future. While I think black has a better set of bishops. Though, I mean, it's the same issue. It's a close position, so the knights are more preferred. So in other words, white has the advantage of the knights in such a position. But yeah. Yeah, and I mean, again, engine says the position is equal, but I mean, you understand how problematic this can be, right? Yes, you can argue the fact that this bishop has no future. So this is, I mean, the bishop is just going to become a pawn. But yeah, it's problematic. I don't know if you are going to try, like, after castling, you have ideas of like knight jumps in and pawn push. I don't know exactly what it is you could do here. But this is a very nice square you can get for your knight. So of course g3 will be played if that idea was ever coming through. So maybe do you want to go like h4, h5? h5, h4? Then, okay, no, the knight can't take. So h5, h4, then you can try and get a knight. It won't work. It won't work. I'm just dreaming up positions. Okay. Okay. Nice. That was a slip up there. Okay. Yeah, so you get it back, but your opponent gets this sort of aggressive position against you. Whoa. Okay. Give me a second. Let me just look at what's going on. Someone called me. Oh boy. I can't answer that now. Okay. So I think the obvious idea here has to do with this. Rook f1 stops the whole thing. Takes. Okay, now the bishop settles in. White does have this incoming pressure. So after all this, white is actually looking good here. Maybe the best idea would be to have come here. Oh, okay, I see the problem with it. Because your opponent could try this, and if you take with the bishop, well, it's not bad. I was thinking this was going to be terrible. Ah, queen d4. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Huh. Why queen here? I mean, the engine is recommending this, which I don't think most of us would think about. It's trying to be aggressive. The engine is still trying to be aggressive. But yeah. Still a lot more game to be played. White has this straightforward plan of trying to push, which opens up the bishop. I think he will just have a bit of maneuvering here. I don't see a plan for black, unless of course maybe trying to expand on the queen side, which may not be so realistic of an idea for him, because maybe I mean a6 a6 c6, then trying to go pawn push here could be the idea you'd want to go for, but you can see that's how slow that is. You go h4 h5, try and speed up the whole idea because you want to get to h3 and then bring your rook here, but it still feels like a slow idea. Meanwhile, I think white has bishop back with ideas of like f4. Even f4 could be played now, unless of course I'm hallucinating. But it's the current position. So like f4 just seems to like be a good move. Because I mean the mounting pressure will be too much. Yeah, so white definitely has the advantage here. The central pawns are what's gonna solve the whole issue. So that's he does play it, yeah. And to play this move, oof, your opponent has a light squared bishop, right? Of course, this move may not be what you want to play because of the wait, sorry, takes, right? Yeah. But is f5 a good move? No, it's not. Think about just locking it up and then just cycling the pieces. Oh. Okay. So he does play f6. Okay, f6 has been played. Still more games to be played. I don't count it over yet, though white definitely has an advantage. For white to actually do something with his advantage, it's really going to get dicey. Right, you might have to sacrifice your king safety. Right now, the idea, of course, pushing the pawns don't seem to work, but the idea that seems to work is, for example, you bring the bishop back and then you align your rook, right, with the position. Because You are just going to cause your opponent to create more weaknesses on the king side before you you mess with him completely. So at the moment, I'm looking at bishop back and then rook this way. Let's look at the other games. Give me a second. Uh, uh, okay. This detail has been asked for will be difficult to pull up right now. Anyways, I wrote it down somewhere. Okay, d4, knight f6, c4. Okay, e6. We can transpose into a queen's gambit decline. Knight f3, d5. Okay, g3. More like an English here. D takes Catalan, I guess. I don't know the lines. c5. Castle inside knight c6. Knight e5. Bishop d7. Knight a3. C takes d4. Knight a takes c4. Bishop to e7. Queen b3. Queen c8. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm not familiar with these lines. It just seems to look like a Catalan English kind of position. I see the obvious pressure here. And that's about it. Like, where would the bishop feel much like safer at, or where would the bishop want to be? Okay, maybe you could play pawn push, and if your opponent takes, you do have this, but I don't expect your opponent to take. Okay, so Ortega Mariano is the two-time. He has won this tournament 2 times. I don't know if it's consecutive. I don't know if it's consecutive, but he's won it 2 times. So he's here to defend his title, I would say. But he has a lot of competitors. It's being played in Nigeria, hence the large number of Nigerian players. What is our plan here? The more I think, I feel like you have to move this bishop. But where to? These are the 2 squares I'm looking at. But I can't really tell how good of squares these are. Hey, Sicilian, how you doing? Welcome back, I think. I feel like your name is familiar. Oof. Hey, what's up? Good to have you. You swallow. Good to have you. I remember the name. Yeah, I'm back from internet issues. It is when I stream on Chess, my stream is fine as compared to when I stream on chess.com. So in the meantime, I'll be Chessing, if that's the right word. Now, speaking about Chess and chess.com, chess.com didn't do a real April Fool's prank. They normally are very good at it. We just take the bishop. We just take the bishop. What would be the best move? My mind is develop. Because if my opponent takes, sorry. Because if my opponent takes, I just take back and my knight is in a very good position. So that's kind of like where my mind is. I don't know. Nice, yeah. Yeah, and the other thing is takes. After knight takes, there's a weakness on this guy. Actually, you could take. It doesn't really matter because you have bishop takes. Let's say queen takes. No, you don't. No, yeah, you do. Let's look at another game. Hey, Onopite Kennedy versus Ojonai Kojo. I pronounce the names the way I see them. Kojo Odion versus Onopite Kennedy. Kennedy, I think, plays the London from time to time. But here it goes e4. e5, Aliakin or Alakine. Okay. F6. Again, it's one of those situations where I prefer if my opponent captures rather than me capturing. Right? I prefer my opponent capturing here. So it's more or less if he doesn't take, he's just going to play pawn proof. I don't suspect black capturing. Once again, sorry, it opens up attacks. And you often don't want to allow such things in your position. So he is kind of fine. Oh, wait, does that work? I don't know if it works. Bishop here? I don't think it works. You're trying to find something to do here. He goes queen a4. Is this what he's targeting? Oh wait, white goes this move, so it's now black's turn to move. Okay. I was calculating what white has to do next. Oh boy. H3 may be a move you want to play, but it just weakens your king side even more. And of course, your bishop comes back here, but it's not something I think is comfortable for you to play. Angie recommends queen e4, which I mean, it looks like it facilitates something, but nothing. That's like what's going on there. Pawn push on the queen side possible here. Yes, yes, definitely. White has an easier game as compared to black. Black doesn't seem to have anything going for him. I really wish I got that sleep. I just needed like some 45 minutes and I saw the stream up. This had to come on. But if I get too tired, I'll just take a break because the coffee is not doing me any favors. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Engine here is recommending queen to e4, and I'm like, okay, what does queen to e4 do apart from targeting this? So queen, if you play this targeting the bishop, you defend, and you can add attackers to the whole mix, right? So take here. You want to keep your bishop, so it depends on what you want to do over here. Let's go back to queen e4. I think queen e4 is very easy to figure out considering black's position, because black is losing and black needs to make threats. So at this point, black is going to be looking at what threats he can make. Because I think that if black doesn't find these types of moves, white is going to slowly rebuild, or white is slowly going to reorganize his pieces and launch a stronger attack against black. Let's go another game. Oh, Trampowski. Okay, no landing system. But I recognize this point. Yeah, and this is what I was learning. This is the line I was kind of learning for the tournament. And in the situation or the scenario where I played it, this was bad, but this is actually good. Okay. Give me a second, guys. My eyes are really drowsy. I'll leave a screen up, but I'll be back in the I'll be back in it. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to do something with my eyes. Where's my coffee? I'm struggling. Oh, I should have slept. I really should have slept. I haven't slept since yesterday. That's the point. And I was thinking, oh, I'll just take a 45-minute sleep and then I'll stream this. Okay. Olisa Tennyson, Mazino, D4. Oh, we looked at this, right? No, this, yeah, we looked at this, yeah. Okay, the bishop is not trapped, but it's in a very like uncomfortable position. I'm just looking at some possible sacrifices. I don't think they work, but they look nice. They look nice. I don't think they work, but they look nice. Like if your opponent is just allowing you to do whatever you want, that kind of thing. Right? Those kind of nice moves. But your opponent has to allow it in the first place. I don't know if you want to go for this move. Because again, that whole idea is possible with this move. But it says knight g3. I'm looking at knight g4 with the whole idea of this f4. Because I think if you go all the way back, now the capturing move I'm talking about exists. So that's kind of like what I'm looking at. Okay, we have a Sicilian, right? No, c6. Caro-Kann. Exchange Caro-Kann. c4. More exchanges. Okay. Okay. There's some fireworks going on this board. For somebody, this might be theory. For me, this is like crazy. For me, my theory stopped around here. Like, Agent is saying it's draw, but I like black, right? I get it. Black is lacking in space, but I like black. And maybe there's possibilities of like forcing draws, which is probably why the engine keeps saying 0.0. Going to c6 targets this, but this move is not something I think is comfortable to play. I really get it from the fact that the queen can keep on coming in and then like get closer while checking you, and eventually making other moves in between. Let's look at Balogun, Oluwafemi Daniel versus Obioma Onua. Okay, now we have a Sicilian, an open Sicilian, so a close Sicilian. Okay, I don't know what line this is. Okay. Trading the bishop on his terms. That way he gets like a fork. H4. Interesting. So white's already beginning like a full-fledged attack on the king's side. Maybe not full-fledged, but at least white has made it clear that his plan is to push on the king's side. Again, black can just close it off with a move like g4, h4. And just close out the position and then maybe play for a draw or maybe even get a better position. Hmm. And it seems we're unable to do that. I don't know what white does here. Oluwadrotimi Lapite. B6 castles queenside, B takes C3, H6 knight D4, knight E7, and this is where you're targeted by the knight stops it. So how do you infiltrate this kind of position? Interesting positions here. I don't know if we want to like try and get the bishop here. Once again, my sacrifice, because I'm sleepy, but my sacrifice brain is all I'm thinking. All I'm thinking about is sacrificing pieces, right? Coming in here, that way you have knight takes. What I'm looking at. Again, it doesn't work, but it's a possibility. And your opponent has to not be looking at the board, which is highly unlikely at this level. For your opponent to just hand you a win. Oh boy. Or nah, it doesn't work. I was thinking about G3, but G3 your opponent just plays this move. Okay. Let's recheck with Jeshurun and then Bernard to see how their games are going. Okay, so when we left this game, where were we? Okay, Jeshurun is black. Yeah, we expected F4. We have F6 and the queen comes in. He plays rook 8, E8. Well, bishop goes back like we were saying is an idea. Then the rook comes into G3 to help in their attack. Oh. That is, yeah. That is, yeah. He should have traded off first before going for this whole line. I should have the rooks first instead of thinking that he could win something in that position. And that's what puts him in this kind of position. But fortunately for him, the engine is like this position is drawn, but he still has to work for it. Still definitely has to work for it. Rook E1? But yeah, as always, thank you guys for dropping by to watch the stream. I'm a little bit sleepy, that's why it's like I'm very quiet. The more I talk, the more tired I become. But thank you guys for joining the stream. I'll be taking a break very soon. It's almost, we've passed 30 minutes. I'll be taking a 5-minute break just so I can rest my eyes a bit. But we just want to see how some of the games are going. But thank you guys for being around. If you are enjoying the stream, can always remember to comment, to subscribe, to like whichever platform you are, follow, subscribe, whatever, on Twitch or on YouTube, all of which will be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. And I do appreciate you here. If you're Nigerian, you can also let me know in the chat. I mostly know the Ghanaians in the chat, but I don't know any of the Nigerians in the chat. And if you have any games you're interested in looking at, you can also let me know. We'll look at them as well. Again, my main focus is on the Ghanaian games, but we will look at all the games. I don't get why. Oh, I get it. He's cutting off the connection between the two rocks. So do you want to play passive and bring it back so that they are connected? Or do you want to try and go like aggro? This doesn't work. You can't leave the pin there. So he has a chance. If he's able to draw another game like this, that's gonna be crazy good. Bernard Anhuere with a terrible result yesterday. Okay. How about Bernard's game? We're looking at Bernard's game right now. Bernard is playing as black. The only problem I see for Bernard's game is his pieces are not well developed. They are still hanging out on the back rank. That's the only problem I have with Bernard's game so far. I haven't looked too deep into it. I'm always a stickler for certain ideas. So for me, if those ideas are not being played, I don't think that it works. But yeah, I'm looking at ideas of d4. f4, sorry. That's kind of like the idea I'm looking for here. Right? He lost his first, yes. Unfortunately so. He lost his first. But Jeshurun had a wonderful draw against Oladapo, I think. Okay, it's getting bad. So guys, I'll be back after 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm very sorry. I don't want to be dozing off on stream. So I'm back in 5 minutes. I'm not going to shut my eyes for like 5 minutes. It's not going to be a long time, but it's going to be better than nothing. So thank you guys so much. I'll be back. I'll definitely be back. You can stick around. Whatever it is, I'll be back. Thank you. I'm back. I'm back. I'm sorry for the wait. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah. Sorry about that. I had to get some shut eye. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry for the sorry for the delay. I'm very sorry about that. But I'm here. Okay. So let's quickly go through the games that have been. Wait, my mic is off. Is it on? Okay, let's quickly go to the games which are already being played. Sorry about that again. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, so this position we're stuck here for a while. I think we saw, I think Queen C8 or something. Yeah. Also, eventually he played Bishop to F4. So Bishop to F4 is the move we're looking at, trying to find a safe square for the bishop. We're looking at either knight takes or Bishop F4. Both good moves. Bishop to F4 is still fine. And then knight jumps in. This game is actually going slower than most of the other games. It's going slower than most of the other games. But now this is actually looking like a possibility. This D6 square, right? I don't know if that's Maybe we have knight takes, bishop takes, and I don't know how we get in here. I do know that for example, if this is like yeah, actually if queen takes, it just crumbles. Still doesn't work. But the point I'm trying to make here is that, like, for example, this is what I was looking at. There's this position. Hey Nima, what's up? Welcome. Again, sorry, I went to I can't play a live game now. I can't play a live game now. Sorry about that. But I'll try it maybe off stream or something. But what happens? I'm trying to remember if I know what that does. Yeah, so I was trying to look at this kind of idea, but I don't think it's like good. Okay. No, it's because I'm doing the commentary. That's why I don't actually stream on Wednesdays, so it's for the sake of the commentary. That's why I'm streaming right now. That's why. So I'll try it. I hope it doesn't crash my PC. I know that like pressing F like flips the board when you are playing. Harry Potter, what's up? How you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so I just hope it doesn't. I'll try it out maybe like off stream or something, but yeah. You want to see my reaction if when the board flips? I'm aware of press sorry if the board flips. That's what I'm aware of. But then I'm aware of that. Whoa. Yeah, that was the time I gave myself. Again, because I don't know what it does. That's why. 1667. Oh, that's my FIDE rating. 1667. Harry Potter. Wait first. This Kennedy's game. Wait, what happened? Where did we leave this game at? Wait. Oh yes, so okay. So after the queen went to a4, we're looking at queen comes into e4. Online chess.com, it's currently it's 1700 on chess.com, 2000 on Lichess. Okay, yeah, and in this position we're looking what was the line here? What was the line here? Yeah, I think it was either queen to b3 or queen to a3, and then we continue with this whole idea. I think Kojoaka spoke about the b4 b5 idea. Yeah. Okay, so we got queen to b3. Queen to b3. I mean, queen to b3 is fine. The reason why, like, I think a3 might be a nice option. Maybe the reason he doesn't want to play this is because of the bishop alignment. But with the queen on a3, you basically allow this whole thing, right? Okay, so takes pawn push. And now, yeah. So right now, white is definitely enjoying himself. Yeah. Check, king comes in, and now all hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose. This queen cannot easily be kicked out of this position. You are coming in with these types of ideas. The rook is coming in. Yeah, this is a very good position for white. Black, I don't know how he survived this position, but he has to create some sort of counter play if he wants to win this. Maybe offering a trade of queens may or may not help him. Will he be safe if, like, we get this kind of position? Will black be safe if we get this kind of position? That's why I'm wondering. Yeah. The Olisa versus Abdul Rahman Akintoye. I think that's his full name. I'm quite familiar with that name. I've made a lot of videos on that name. Okay, so yeah, the bishop was trapped here. Sort of trapped here. h6. We have rook to d1. Knight to e7, and then castles kingside. Straightforward, what comes to mind is like e4. Again, we spoke about this funny line where you can sacrifice the knight. I don't know if it still exists, but it's something you can work on. For example, maybe you want to bring the rook in here. I mean, this king is very unsafe where he is, and white can slowly mount pressure on him. Neyman, I would have to try that off stream, because look, if this is going to crash my PC, I'm not in the mood for that, you know. Oh boy, I'm not one for surprises, you know. Actually, it's not just the same flipping of the board with F, because that's what I know that F does, right? It is not a position we're looking at. Yeah, but I don't like this position for black. Black seems to be like in danger here. especially if you can line up the rooks. I feel like I'm getting pranked. I kid you not. This feels like I'm getting pranked, especially since yesterday was the 1st of April. I'm a scaredy cat like that sometimes. Anyway, where were we? Okay, yeah. So we saw this position. Yeah, and in this game I was saying that I think yeah, I was saying that I think here that I like black compared to white. But white seems to be doing well with the position he's got. Okay, I'm quickly going through the. Look, I fully understand, but like again, I don't know what is going to happen. That's why I want to do it in a safe environment. Because again, like yeah, I don't have that luxury, you know. But basically, all I'm seeing is that this what you're asking me to do was something that was done like yesterday, which is April, like an April Fool stuff thing. So maybe like after, I really don't want to risk anything. Trust me, like. I mean, maybe if you were me, you'd understand why I'm being too careful, right? I mean, it could just be a harmless joke, but for me, like it's yeah. I don't want to risk certain things. That's why I'm being very like careful like that. It could just be something harmless, but until I know what it is, I'm just like nah. Ah boy. Wow. A very nice position here would be to get your knight into this square. I think that's a very nice idea. Oh boy. Oh boy. All leeches. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. I'll try it. You know, right now, if I'm too expectant of something that I might just piss my pants. But yeah, give me a second. But it's a very nice position for white. Like here. I don't know if he starts going for that idea. Bishop f8, attacking. I don't know if you are worried about losing the. Give me a second. Okay, you have queen check. Okay, queen f7 check. I can't really see the position. Like, what do you do here? Knight g3? That just doesn't make any sense. Knight g3 is what the engine is recommending here. Okay, okay, knight g3, we get the point. This is a quicker way of getting to this square, right? If you take, I think the point is that no matter what, this is coming in. Because even if you go this way, you're getting hit with this, right? Wow. Okay, so let's see what this does. If it crashes my PC, I'll be so pissed. I swear it. Okay. Yeah, it just flips the screen. It literally just flips the screen. You know what I was doing? Like, I don't get it. Uh, it should be an easy find for an FM, maybe. I'm literally pressing Shift F4, but I don't know. But it's just flipping the screen. This has always been there, right? Okay, maybe something's supposed to pop up and scare me. Let's wait and see. Uh, I mean, but that's like a crazy find. For me, that's a crazy find. Oh, then I have to do that. Then for that, okay, give me a second. Let's finish this. Yeah. So we are at King H6. Okay, so we have two options: Queen H5. Queen H5. Then you come back again. So what's the point of this? King H6 again, and the same position occurs. This sucks. Yeah. So I mean, so if anything at all, you want to stop your opponent from coming in here, which would mean a move like this. So that if this comes in, you can play bishop takes. Oh, and this. Okay, I'm slow. I'm very slow now. Okay. Okay, let's just do this fast. I don't know why I'm being... Oh boy. Now I'm streaming a tournament. That's why I'm not really like I don't really want to be doing this now. Same thing. I don't see it. Well, is it I'm going to play for my opponent or something? Like I don't get it. I don't get it. Like I really don't get it. I'm not seeing it. What am I not seeing? What am I not seeing? I'm really confused now. What did I miss? I'm sincerely pressing it. Like I don't see it. I'm like I've pressed the Shift F. Like I'm sincerely not seeing it. I really don't know what I'm missing here. I really don't know what I'm missing here. Well, I'm about to lose rating. That's gonna suck. Oh, that's bad. Why is it not moving? Yeah. Press the 3 lines and there's an option called yeet. Okay. So I make a move. I press the 3 lines. Okay, so Shift F. I've pressed it. Oh, okay, I see it. Oh. Oh, goodness gracious. That was actually kind of creepy, in case you guys were wondering. That was a little bit creepy. But let's just say that I had looked at it for a while. I'd been thinking about it for a while, and that kind of spoiled it for me. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, okay, so it didn't crash my PC. That's the best. That's the best news I'm looking for. That doesn't crash my PC. So to all those who knew it and were wondering why I'm being scared, look, I can't pay for a new PC right now. If this PC crashes, trust me, I'm not streaming for like the next year, right? If this PC crashes, I'm just like, yeah, that's why I'm very careful about it, even if it's a joke, right? It's just that I looked at it as I was on my phone. I was looking at what was going on, and I realized that it was. I looked at my phone and I realized that it was something that happened for like it's something that they added for April 1st, which is what reduced my like fear of it. But for someone to just say like do a shortcut code on something, I would really be like terrified, right? Because yeah. No worries. I understand. Like you just want to do a joke, and I'm being difficult because like if I lose this laptop, I won't get one for a whole year, and that means that a lot of the work I'm doing, because majority of my work is on my laptop, you know. So that's why I'm I was being very careful about it. I don't want to lose like a whole year of work and that kind of thing, right? Of course, you can see I use my phone, but my phone doesn't really help me much. Okay, so. Yeah, so that was funny. It would have been much more scary if I wasn't so apprehensive. But yeah, it was a fun one. Okay. Let's finish the other games. Check. Rook takes. You have this, which I think is good for white. Hey, no problem. Thanks, Neyman. Or I think it's Neyman, right? I know Neyman to be Naa, I think, but or it's Naman. I don't know. I really don't know. But we can take. We are threatening this if our opponent moves. Huh. Oh, we have a. Does it work? Like check here. Our opponent takes. We take. Knight takes. Check. Is that a trick? I mean, if he comes here, that's fine. But if he goes here, then we are smiling, right? Yeah. Oh boy. Let's see. Okay. Always targeting the empty squares. They always like help out. I think these are called like outposts. A square that is undefended by a pawn, and you always want to target them. It would have been nice if you could have the bishop here before you played this move, but unfortunately that cannot happen. Yeah, but actually, like, if you played something like this, the plausible attacks on your position are like quite annoying. But I think you just go this way, right? H4. Castles may not be the best option here because your opponent can play takes, I guess. No. Yeah, I think they can takes, and then here, right? Very interesting position so far. Wait, is that actually what happened? Knight d4. Oh, we did get these moves. So queen g3, knight g6, and he sacrificed the knight rather. Okay, I didn't look at that line. Then the king comes in, so now your opponent is just like hanging in the balance. You can play queen takes e5, e6. Yeah, the knight can't move willy-nilly you have to offer a trade of queens. But that has to be your opponent accepting that whole thing. I think after this, maybe you want to go in this way. That way you can like put in more pressure on your opponent one way or the other. Okay, but he goes in this way. You can still play the pawn push. The whole point of the pawn push is to free open your bishop, and to like, you can try and add more pieces to the attack rather than just like gang-ho going at your opponent. Yeah, so slow playing. You don't have to rush. You are definitely in the lead here. You don't want to like overcommit and then let the thing backfire. Of course, like I think it's very difficult for you to like mess this up. Okay, and our bishop goes back. Still not a problem. Still not a problem. In as much as you could have also gone for the option of like, your opponent is weakening his squares a bit more, right? Because you could still go this way, and the moves just like, okay, maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe I'm wrong there, because if you go knight here and you come in this way, takes, and then you are kind of like in trouble. So maybe not advisable. It's a pawn push, attacks the queen. Here you might say, oh, I'm losing the pawn, but I mean, I think that white would actually welcome bishop takes because it really opens up the position for him. But yeah, we go back. Knight jumps in. I mean, this gives your opponent room to open up this, but then again, you are too far ahead here. Opening up those lines is even far better. But after takes here, okay, then I think black has resigned or something here because the incoming attack is too much, right? The incoming attack is too much. I think he's actually resigned here. Okay. Yeah, Oladapo, who drew Jeshurun yesterday, which was very interesting. I'm still working on the video. I found out about it yesterday evening, and I got back home around like 11. So I have looked at the game, and I hope to like record it after this, and then post the video either tomorrow morning or this evening. It depends. But I was very happy at that result. And if there's any like, if you are on the stream and there's any game in particular you want me to make a video on, let me know. I do my best with the analysis. I really struggle with the analysis videos because sometimes I don't know what is too much information and what is little information. But yeah, I will do a video on it. So takes, queen takes, and then the king just hides himself. Again, taking the pawn doesn't make any sense here because you are just allowing your opponent to create more problems for you. Still, you can't take the because rook, and now your opponent just comes in. Okay, you could make the argument that like queen takes check is a problem, but then I think after the trade of queens, you are still completely fine as white, right? Yeah, I think white has a much better time as compared to black. Wait, why he wants to play knight here rather. I was thinking that in this position you'd want to, like, for example, bring your king up so that you can connect the rooks. Is the move I was expecting. Comes in. Okay, these moves are funny. Okay, rook f1. Rook f1 doesn't work. Whoa. Yeah, so wait. We play rook to e3 and we completely abandon this idea. Why do we abandon this idea? Were we not planning on doing this? And if takes, maybe we take with our bishop. So what discouraged him from this whole idea? Let me figure this out. What discouraged him from this whole idea? Okay, so we're here. Yeah, so knight g5 is actually a losing move. But why? So knight g5, knight takes g5, bishop takes g5, which is what we're calculating. Is it pawn push? Bishop to c5. Ah. Yeah, but aren't we just fine? No, that bishop to c5. Sorry, bishop to c5. Yeah. I don't get. Don't we have this? Like, what is so scary? Pawn push, bishop to b4 check. Aren't we still fine with that? Bishop to b4 check. Aren't we still just fine with c3? Like, I don't get it. What's so big of an advantage that is so scary here? I mean, this just looks okay. I don't get it. But he definitely saw something that scared him, which is why he played in this form. But he's managed to survive it. He's managed to survive it, yeah. And basically, if he plops his bishop here, this is going to promote without stop. So yeah, he's completely fine. This is completely winning. I hope I'm not just saying something, right? Wait. This actually sorry. A6 B3. Are we just going to sacrifice this? Wow. 6 is winning, but it doesn't look so simple. That is the position we got. Oh. Can't you just sacrifice the bishop with the 2? Is this completely bad? I mean, it's just completely fine. Oh, when you're in such a winning position that these types of moves are plausible is very funny, right? Oh well. I'm pretty sure he'll play something along those lines. Or maybe he'll start with rook f8 first. All of these are possible. Back to Jeshurun's game. Wait. Jeshurun is black, right? Yeah. Okay, so we were in this funny position at some point. Where was it? Yeah, so Jeshurun's position became weak here after f6. Queen comes in. I think we saw these moves. Yeah, so he eventually went bishop to b1. But why did Jeshurun go for this opening move? I get that it attacks the queen, but what else is after this? If pawn takes, why are you playing this move? I see the infiltration, but beyond that, that's what I'm looking at. Yeah. Is that just it? Is that really it? Like, I looked at this move and I was like, I don't see anything with this. Rook to e7. Just come. Like, this doesn't make much sense. It's like, yeah, it seems like Jeshurun had the right idea, but his execution was wrong. And I think the reason why this one is wrong is because, like, after takes and bishop takes, your opponent could, if I'm right, play this move. Oh no, queen takes. Okay, okay, queen takes kind of stopped the idea. But if queen takes didn't exist, I think the point was that this is a problem, right? You would have to play, for example, rook to e8, that kind of thing. That's what I was calculating. I just realized this exists. And then you face problems of like this, right? That was kind of like what I was looking at in the position, but anyways, it's fine. So what happened? So he did go for that sacrifice. The queen comes in. He doubles. Oof. I think here you bite the bullet, right? You have to just bite the bullet. Queen takes. Then the queen comes in here. You can actually, sorry, you don't have to hide that. You can come in this way, and you seem to be perfectly insulated. from other attacks from your opponent, right? And that's what he does. Yeah, this is okay, it's fine. I thought this shouldn't be done because of this, but I just, again, like I said, I'm not as sharp as I used to be. So it takes, and yeah, he should be fine here. And what's even good about this whole thing is that it's like that movie. I've not watched it actually, but I know that line where it says that you think I'm locked in here with you or something like that, but you are rather locked in here in me or something like that. Yeah, the queen became very ambitious, but now the queen is cut out from the gameplay completely. And if you can think about it, this is an idea that you want to go for. But I mean, eventually the king is going to get free. The bishop queen is going to get free. Interesting concept here. Do we? No, we don't. Okay. Yeah, so the queen is trying to get free, and it's going to do so by attacking these back rank squares. Trying to trade off. Trades off. Okay, so this is a good position for Jeshurun. Jeshurun is playing amazing. Like, I don't get it. You know, we knew Jeshurun was good, but again, of course, you could say that yes, his opponent is making mistakes, completely fine. But we knew Jeshurun was good, but it's like he's really doing well. Like, this is crazy, right? And this is this is more or less considered a drawn end game. This is a, what do you call it, opposite colored bishop end games. But it's normally considered a draw because like the bishops can't interfere with each other. But in cases where one player has the offensive position, like one player is able to create attacking chances against the other, this is not really a draw. And I feel like that the edge favors Jeshurun. Again, this whole thing, it depends on how his opponent lets him like get it, right? Because this is the issue right now. Even if you play pawn push, there's a problem. So you have to go something like rook here, which again causes like some issues. So I would much rather think you want to start bringing your other guys in than attacking this and helping your opponent develop, right? Maybe the reason he did this is because he wants to actually lock the king in the position. And what do I mean? If you play this and your opponent comes in here, this move cuts the king off from the game. So that could also be like the whole reason why he did that. That is not what he did, because now if your opponent comes in and you go in with check, your opponent can infiltrate, and that's actually good for white, right? But the other one, you kind of prevent your opponent's king from ever participating in the position, right? So I think he missed that whole ideology there. Oh wait, he wanted to go rook to b2 here, force the trade of the rooks, but still your king is too far. Like here in that scenario, you would need your king closer. It's looking more and more like a draw. I think that's what he was planning, but it doesn't work here. It doesn't work here. Rook. No, yeah. I'm speaking like I'm his coach or something like that, but I like to not just like do the commentary. I like to like analyze and kind of like teach, because I'm also learning myself. The problem with what he's done is that if you look at the position prior, that is here, this guy, like the king here, is really lacking squares, right? And we are entering an end game where the kings need to be like outside. Like at this point in the game, the king should not be at the back rank. The king needs to be active. But with the moves that Jeshurun played at this point, he is helping white king become active, right? So which is why, like I said, if you do this and then this pawn comes in, then you want to go in here, because here you prevent the white king from coming into the position, right? You prevent it, and whilst you have prevented it, you slowly try and push your own like agenda on this side of the board. Mind you, your opponent's rook always has to look at this side of the board. You will create threats here, which will require that he responds to it. In that instance, then you can start your counter attack on the queen side, right? That's the whole idea, kind of like you want to go for. At least that's what I'm envisioning, and if I'm wrong, that's fine. But The mistake here is that all his moves help his opponent bring the king closer, which is where his king wants to be, and that's the problem, right? Yeah, this is basically what here you can take, because rook takes, and now you get what you're looking for, right? And now you get what you're looking for. And don't forget, this is a very well defended position. Okay, but then you have to stop it this way. And how do we continue from here? Oh wait, we have it. Yeah, but because the king is so close, that's what I don't like about this position. Because it would have been so easy to just try and come in this way. But now it's not so simple. Isn't chess just funny? Isn't chess just funny? And now, so what happened? What happened? What happened? This is the actual game. So after he allowed his opponent into the position, wait. Back. Okay, we had this move. He didn't take. He missed the whole idea. He did not take. Allowing his opponent to take. Again, this is still good. Actually, what I was thinking his opponent was going to do was this. After he played rook here, what I was thinking his opponent was going to do was this, because now any pawn push here doesn't favor black as well as it would in the past, right? It won't favor him as much, because now again this is the issue, right? Again, I don't know, is it really that safe? Yeah, this is okay. So that's basically it, right? So that's what I was thinking white would go for. White does not want to trade there, but he trades off, which helps black. Then we have a5. King comes in. Again, the problem here, right? This is what he should have prevented from happening at all costs, right? He should have prevented this from happening at all costs. Bishop comes back, rook comes in. We looked at all these positions. Yeah, I think his issue here is he's struggling from the same thing I struggle from, which is basically having a good idea of why is my stuff flag? Let me turn off the engine. Which is basically having a good understanding of what happens in the end game, right? If your end game knowledge is bad, you can mess up a completely winning position, right? And he seemed to have more of a positional edge in the game as compared to like an outright completely winning like position. But I just hope she's able to like do something here. So he takes the pawn, but again, this is the issue. I foresee pawn push. I could be wrong here. Check, aiming to come in here. King comes in this way, and now we are having this problem here. Because you go this way, takes, and the problem here is that white is far more advanced than black, right? And this problem happened long ago at the beginning of the end game. Okay, I did not expect that. I did not expect this sacrifice. Oh wait, yeah. I mean that's obvious. Yeah, you just lose the rook. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So he's actually playing down the piece. I did not notice that. Okay. Yeah, this is over. I actually thought he had both pieces on. So at this point, it's back to be over. It's all end game knowledge. Am I saying this is what lost in the game? No. But it helped his opponent, right? Helping your opponent out here, especially in such a situation. I mean, even if he played just this and slowly inched himself, I think that would have been far much of a better play, right? But again, it's endgame. I fully understand, because like you've seen me, if you've been watching my streams, you know that like endgame is like really what has like hindered my progress a lot. Yeah, so this game is practically over. That is sad. That is actually very sad. Benadan Huere, let's see. Jeshon was doing well. Guys, that 5 minutes, 6 minute power nap really helped me. I sound so lively now, don't I? Oh goodness. So where did we leave this game at? Oh, let's flip the board. Was it the Piets? No, it wasn't. Okay. Very enterprising chess, as the former national champion would say. Enterprising chess. Edupoku, we've missed you. Okay, so the knight comes in, knight d4. And I guess we are going knight to e4. No, that's... No, that... Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Two defenders. Sure. He does go in there. I was thinking... Yeah, okay. Give me a second. Yeah, hello? Yeah, let me call you back in a bit, okay? Okay, fine. Yeah. Look, I see a whole future where h5, h4 is played, and this bishop becomes a very dangerous addition to this attack. Right? Are you seeing it? f4 exists here. Oh boy, I see it. I see it. You don't want to go this way because of this. You don't really want to go this way because of this. And if you take the same thing. So yeah. f4. And then we have rook c to d. And the whole point of this is that now the knight would be defended with the tactic, right? So the whole point here is, for example, I can now go, let's just make a random move here. I can now go pawn takes, because if you go takes, intermezzo, right? And that hurts. And that hurts. Okay. So this is where we are. So what does Bernard do here? It doesn't really work. The idea I'm kind of looking at here is like this, right? Because you have this potential, but the knight does a very good job here. Wait, how about we take here, our opponent takes, we go here first, I can't figure out a way to break through. I can't figure out a way to break through. Maybe the move is c6, right? c6 first. But I don't know. Yes, you do this. If you play this, obviously this is not what you want. So maybe you could play bishop there with the hopes of takes and then coming in at some point. But kind of like I'm looking at like pawn takes with ideas of this, sacking the knight from the defense of this square. But it may not be like all roses here. But the knight can't really move. That's the painful part. Yeah, this is a very tough position. What does the engine think? This should be, yeah. If it favors black, it's not so easy to play this as white. I mean, it's also not easy as black, but black has more threatening things you can play. What did the engine recommend? Bishop to g4. Huh. Is it because, like, if your opponent stays here, this move carries some weight? I guess. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Give me a second. Okay. I really want to figure this out. Wait, now it's saying rook e5. It's saying we should break. Why would we play rook e5? Again, I believe that apart from the fact that black has a strong attack, black's strongest asset is the pin on this. Is the pin that he has here. That's where I feel like black's potential lies. So I don't know. These are my lines. Rook e5. That time that just let the knight escape. That's kind of like why I'm not so convinced. Rook e5. h5. h5 I've mentioned as a possible move. h5 I don't have a problem with. But rook e5. Okay, let's humor this idea and let's see. No, not jump shares. Let's say the knight jumps into safety like this. F takes E is this almost the same. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But a lot of the games are ending. So yeah. Again, thank you guys so much. I do appreciate you being around, even with all the nonsense that has been going on. I know when I started the stream, I was very tired and I just kept leaving the stream. But you guys stayed, and I'm grateful for that as well. If there's a stream, if there's going to be a game in the evening, don't worry, I'll be rested up for that. So you will definitely have everything in its right place. Which game was this? Oh, he didn't play the position the way I like it. Can I? Hey, Hugh, how are you doing? Can I analyze F takes E before rook e5? Okay. That's Bernard's game, right? So we are here. So you want us to play F takes E before rook e5. Like in all my lines, I'm looking at taking with the pawn rather than taking with the rook. And I mean, the reason I won't take with the pawn, first of all, is that it creates this kind of threat. It could just be wrong. And you get this move. I don't know. As always, the knight can't move simply because of the problems that, like this, the alignment issues here. But then again, it's like, sure, we have all this, but then how do we make progress? How do we make progress? I think the engine was saying that we should play this first, and then after this, then we go takes. again, how do we make progress? You know, I can use the engine to see. So if we take, as our opponent take, yeah, F takes, and then rook. Again, now here rook e4, I don't get it. Or do you want rook e4? That's like sacrificing the rook here, because that wouldn't work. To be honest, I wonder how Bernard is going to solve this, because yes, we know he's better. This is one of those annoying things about chess. Yes, I know I'm better. Yes, I know I have an attack, but then the question is, how do I cash in? None of them looks simple. None of them looks simple. But Hugh, what line are you considering? Like, what line are you considering when you look at this? Because the more I look at it, the less I see. Wait, could I be looking at this whole thing the wrong way? Could it be bishop here, rook comes in, not to take, but to go this way and slide in? You meant rook e5. Oh, okay, no problem. So here we have takes, and then rook e5. Still. Yeah, it still likes black slightly, but it's still like drawish. Because again, this issue comes up according to the engine. I mean, this is complex. It's complex. And it's like very painful, right? Because you know you are the one who is winning. Sincerely, I wonder, like, if Bernard can figure the way out of this. I see what the engine and everything is saying, but I mean, it doesn't make much sense to me. I'm quite interested in seeing how he converts this, because he might have to spend like 10 minutes. How long has he spent on this move so far? He might have to spend like, what, 10, 20 minutes on this position? Because he's literally teetering on an edge, right? My camera is shaking. If he doesn't know the right line to go for, this just ends up being a draw. Don't forget, he sacrificed a lot of safety to get into this position. And I think his opponent is just one bishop to b1 away from saving the position. He finds the first move, which the engine recommends, right? Bishop to g4. Rook here. It's like, don't play rook to d2. Why not? Because there's h5 or rook e5. Like, I don't get it. Oh boy, let me turn off that. Whenever I'm lagging, it's because the engine is on. My PC is that bad. Yeah. I have to get this because I have to make a video on it. And also because the position is interesting. I'm more also have to make a video on it. Wait, how did Bernard's time come up? Apparently it was at 19 minutes. What happened? But this move 20. Did they have extra time on move 20? Engine recommends the bishop back. I think that's the whole point of this, is that there's the light square weaknesses make this guy valuable. Could the idea be this? It could be. No, it's to ignore it completely. Ah, but you can't really take and then allow this. And I think if you allow your opponent to take here, that's a problem. So hmm. This position is so difficult. It's, it's so. I think I've beaten Amewunu before. I don't know if I beat him or I drew him. One of them. I played him in a Blitz tournament like some 4, 5, no, 6 years ago. No, it was Blake Kuku Herbert or something like that. Yeah, not Comlan. Okay, Black is obviously winning this, right? Okay. It's a very simple plan if his opponent allows it. Basically, knight here. If his opponent allows it, you takes, bishop comes in here, and then comes in here. Simple moves. Okay, so let's see how the former champion is doing. So I was looking at just this, attacking this, but it doesn't make any sense. It does seem like white does have an advantage. It does seem like it, but how do we build this advantage? How do we build this advantage? Like rook. No. They have been played in Nigeria. Six. Again, this is just dumb. I don't think this works. Like, I can't figure. Let me take this watch off. It's really itching me. Like, I can't figure out some of these. I don't know what I just can't figure out the game plan for some of these ones. You can tell that somebody's better. This is what differentiates like the top players from like us. Because yes, we all see the obvious, like this guy is weak, the bishop is inactive. We can see all that, but how do we take advantage of it? Ah, wait, no, it doesn't work. This guy is defending here. So is it just e4, e5? Mm-hmm. It gives us access to this square, but that's about it. What does the engine say? A5. I saw a5, but I didn't like it because it weakens this guy. Of course, the knight is defending it, but I'm like, this may not hold for long. Rook d8. Is it white's turn to move? No, this is not. Okay. So here. Oh, so he actually played h3. But how about this? So rook takes d was one of the options. Bishop to f3 was one of the options. So rook to d3. That's trying to double up. Oh well. h3 is completely fine. It's a nice like safety first move. Prevent the knight from coming in. Prevent yourself from getting back rank checkmated. Safety first is completely fine. In such a position, you have enough time to make such a move. And whoever captures first is losing control over the file. So you don't really know. You don't really want to like snap takes first. So here we know that white is better, but we don't know like why. Okay, we do know a bit of why. Oh, you can see that. Oh, I was hoping you guys wouldn't see that. Oh, I've checked on my phone. What day is today? Wednesday? Yeah, but it's 11. It's still daytime. Okay. Let me turn my other phone. The two games, those two games are making. I think Olupite Kennedy was winning his game as at the time we saw it, right? He was clearly winning it. Yeah, I'm actually still shocked that these like moves haven't been played. Maybe he's worried about the knight coming in, but I was thinking that this whole assault would have happened like a long time ago. But then again, of course, the timing of everything is important. You can't just like get up and start attacking. But yeah, Kennedy's still on his way to winning this. H5, H4 is too slow of a move over here. Wait. Guys, I saw something very interesting here. Again, let's just let's do something like this, right? I was looking at this. If the rook runs away, we need okay. Like okay, just to kind of like demonstrate the idea. If here, I was looking at check, takes check, takes this. That would have been so nice. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist. It's a possible continuation, so he has to be careful of it. Oh, e5 is the move here. But then you counter immediately with c5. But yeah. Wait, the game with the whole F pawn sacrifice, which game was that? Which game was that? It was an FM, right? Oh yeah, it's this one. Yeah. Let's flip the board. Okay, so we got to this position. He played it. Oh, nice. Oh, that's actually nice. So he saw it. Yeah, so Naman was right. He would see it because he's an FM. Takes, and then we had h4. Queen comes in. You take. King takes. You can play rook check, right? Rook check. You can check again. Huh. I thought he would check again immediately. Wait, this is actually the correct move. Rook. Ah! It now makes sense. Rook d3. If your opponent takes, you are going to ignore that and simply go, this is checkmate, right? Oh my goodness. Like, it's funny how this move is actually plausible. Like, you see it and, and what you think is, oh, this my opponent can run away here. And you're like, okay, let me stop it. But again, if you try and go this way, still problematic for you. I think this is the move. I guess. I mean, but this is just completely winning. It says mate in 2, right? So if rook takes h5, you see my calculation is just, oh boy. The king will have to go in here and then this comes in. Oh goodness, it's over. It's a confirmed checkmate. It's not like it's something that's like under for debate. Yeah, that's sad. That's actually sad. I don't know what game this was. It's as if we didn't see this game. Again, looks good for white. Clear weaknesses for black. Okay. The games are end. Let's stick to Bernard for a while. They are low on time. Okay, not really low on time, but I mean. Okay, so Hugh, Bernard is going your route. Oh, he traded rather? Yeah, I also saw this line and I was like, okay, this kind of blocks the rook, but then I was like, okay, wait, but the queen is still looking at the position. So how does this help you? That's what I looked at. But he goes for this. I don't think this is the right way. I've not turned on the engine yet, but I don't think this is the right way to go. I think white solves his problems now, and now we are in the draw territory portion of the game. And again, you can't blame him, right? The position is too difficult to figure out. I won't be shocked if the engine is going to be like, oh, he's still winning. But it's hard to see how this works out. I guess rook a to e1, rook a to e8 is the plan here. Again, this is the backward pawn, right? The weakness is the backward pawn. Yeah. Angel still thinks that Bernard is doing like quite well here. But like, I don't think. Okay, maybe everybody would have done that, but it looks like very difficult because when you see that this bishop is very crucial in attacking your opponent's king side, you are going to be like, nah, I want to keep the bishop. But putting everything together, the fact that the knight is preventing everything, you can't really invade the position. It makes sense that you would want to trade off your queen, right? Your bishop, your light square bishop for your opponent's light square bishop, right? And you want to give your opponent this backward pawn or this backward pawn weakness, then you keep on attacking that weakness, right? But now the thing you were targeting is all gone. The knight back. Also a way to defend. So that's what he played. He played the rook. There's no need for him to defend at this point. At this point, maybe he could go this way. No, actually here then you just have rook takes, right? Yeah. Queen takes, queen takes. If you take, you are pinned. Yeah. Okay, so you have to be careful. You can't go for this move. You have to be careful. We just looked at this move and saw that it wasn't working. This move is actually bad. I think Bernard is now completely fine. Yeah. Yeah, his opponent blanked out for a second. We looked at this and realized it doesn't work. So Bernard sees it. There's no way Bernard doesn't see this. There's no way Bernard does. If I see it, Bernard saw it 10 years ago. Yeah. It looks like you are doing something, but you're not. Rook takes d4. Let's go. Because, okay, maybe if I'm missing something. So takes, if queen doesn't take and we have pawn takes, then we have bishop takes check. Queen takes with check. It doesn't matter what you move. Something is going, right? Yeah, it's over. It's 100% over. Rook takes d4, yeah. Congrats to Bernard. I know I'm calling it too early, but I mean, the resulting position is, I mean, very easy to play. The resulting position is just going to be very easy to play for Bernard. As always, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, we have to do this. You know, when I wasn't doing YouTube, I always used to get pissed off when the streamers and the YouTubers, the influencers would do this, but I realized that it's when you say that people do it. So forgive me if I say it multiple times during the stream. But yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Twitch, YouTube. Twitch, you can follow or subscribe, which supports me monetarily. YouTube, you can also just subscribe or become a member, which also helps me as well. So either ways, I will really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. This is the Zone 4.2 West African Chess Championships. It's being played in Lagos, Nigeria. We have 2 representatives from Ghana. Unless, of course, maybe there's a later addition. We have no representatives in the female section, but we do have 2 representatives in the male section. That is Bernard Anhuere and Jeshron. Jeshron is seemingly on the roll, like he's really killing it. I think he's 10 years old, killing it. Drew against Oladapo. Probably could have won his game today, but I think his lack of understanding of the end game affected him. But all in all, we expect good results from them, or good performances from them this year. So yeah. What's Bernard worried about? I don't see any intermezzo move that's problematic, right? Every move just doesn't like. Huh. Yeah, yeah, I have a pawn, but this is actually a problem. This is not as winning, is it? It is. My weakness in the end game is showing. My weakness in the end game is showing. Because I'm looking at this, which is obviously defended by this. Then maybe you can slow develop your king into the middle of the position. Maybe that's what you're looking for. Maybe that's what you're looking for. I'm sure that's what he's calculating, because I'm just seeing it as, oh, he's winning, but he sees more than that. That. I think this game, yeah, this is a game where I spoke about the bishop just coming in and then harassing the opponent. Let's just stick to the Bernard game. He's eventually going to capture. I don't think. Is there another good move apart from the captures? No. It's the only move. I mean, he played a ridiculous move like bishop to g4, so I mean, him seeing this is not beyond him. Trying to, I mean, the only blunder we have here is like this, right? That's the only blunder we have. Other than that, he's fine. Yeah, so he finally takes it. Okay, it's going to be a hard-fought end game. I was thinking that he just wins, but it's going to be a hard-fought end game. But in the end, we know who's going to come on top. I trust Bernard's end game ability. His opponent is low on time, so he's not going to spend so much time calculating these long type positions, to be frank. Oh boy. Let's see. Has he won his game yet? Okay, how did the game transpire here? So there were 2 rooks on the board, but they are now all out. So after h3, I did not expect this move. Oh, but then he played rook. Okay, so they traded off the rooks here. Now we just go like... I was thinking queen to d3, but okay. See, I keep saying things are straightforward. They are not so straightforward, right? It's not so black and blue. I think it is, but it's not. You don't want to take, like, if you do take here, you're just helping your opponent, right? One of the reasons why white is slightly better here is simply because the dark bishop is bad, right? And I think the reason why this knight has been staying here is because to free this bishop, you have to make a mistake. You have to make a move like this, or to try and bring it here, and both are bad. So the knight is basically controlling the bishop, which is a very awkward thing to hear, but yeah, it does happen. The knight is controlling the bishop. That's my line. Kennedy, come on, you should finish this game. Kennedy, I thought you said it was easy. Win this game. Wait. Wait, what happened? Something feels off. The position. Is it, like this kind of pawn push makes sense, but I don't know if it was done right. I think regardless of which side you go, he's coming in this way, and he has to figure out which way he wants. I think he's messed it up. I think Kennedy has messed it up. Yeah, like compared to this, yeah, I think yeah, I think this messed it up. He saw something that probably wasn't there. But no, like that makes sense. It's a move that you think about, doubling up your opponent's structure, making his position weak. But in that situation, it doesn't seem like it works. Like your opponent seems to have a solid and compact structure that you can't really break through, and it's showing, right? So yeah, material is even on the board, but then now white doesn't have any pressure anymore. All white's pressure has dwindled, which is sad. He's at 3 minutes and he hasn't made a move here. Again, it's not a reasonable position. It could be, if depending on your experience here, but again, what's the best option here? After takes, let's just look at the engine's option. Takes, queen takes, bishop takes. Rook e to f2, which is this. Says rook e4, and I get the point of rook e4. It says c5, but then my line was you cash in immediately, you play the bishop takes, and then after rook takes. But here he's holding on to the pin and using the pin rather than just playing the direct move. You could say he's playing a lot of in-between moves, which will help him make it easier to like deal with this position, right? Because if he takes it instantly, his opponent is just having a field day, right? But in this position, for example, you can go like takes, and then now you have this move, which is much better than having to play this move and your opponent can't defend it, right? So yeah. Okay, so we are going to get this line. I don't think Bernard is going to overthink this. He's going to play takes. Imagine his opponent was thinking that after queen takes, he has rook takes e8 checkmate, right? That was so funny. This is a no-brainer. Again, if you try and sidestep with this, yeah, he takes it. Still the same thing. That's what I was trying to make you understand. So like if Bernard was thinking like me, after he blocks, you take immediately. But the engine recommends that you hold the position a bit. When your opponent attempts to free the king or to release the pin, sorry, then you cash in, and that makes these pawns vulnerable. That's the whole point. But if you trade everything off the board, this could be a draw. Could be. I mean, if you trade every minor piece off the board, it could be a draw. Black still has the edge there, but it could be a draw. So it's not to take immediately, it's to bring the rook up. Trying to trick your opponent with this as well doesn't work because this is very painful. So here you have to cash in. Wait, so he's going to go... Okay, so he doesn't go for the I want to win and keep... He wants to trade off everything off the board and play the king versus pawn because he has one pawn up. But I think... I mean, I still think it's winning. I don't know if it's an easier win than leaving the stuff on the board. That's what I don't know. You do have to trade everything off here. You can't keep it. Wait, that's funny. Bishop takes, rook takes, and you go this way. Which is the option I felt was easier to defend for your opponent, right? Then again, this whole idea of coming in is also part. Okay, so he decides to trade everything off. Okay. So how do we go this way first and then bring the king, or do we bring the king in first? 1, 2. Okay. I think both were fine. I was just worried about like pawn push here. Like if we come in here and our opponent locks the position down, what do we do? But so I think this is fine because now your opponent tries to lock it down, then get the pass pawn, right? Decisions, don't you think? And the king can't infiltrate, right? And the reason why I think it's a draw is because, like I said, I've said in other streams or in other videos, right? You have to play on both sides of the board, and there's something called the principle of two weaknesses. But here, these guys are good enough to hold these guys. So the king has to be on his weaker side, and the king is there. If the king was on the stronger side and had to work its way to the weaker side, I would have been like, oh, this is completely winning. But because the king is on this side, again, what's going to happen here is imagine that everything trades off. Just imagine that everything trades off. We are going to be left with one pawn. Now we are going to use that pawn as a distraction because eventually we'll push that pawn and we'll leave it for our opponent. And after our opponent goes to take that pawn, we are going to Nicodemously like step in here and then win everything. So if you want to put it into perspective, that's what's going to happen. I think if your opponent plays this, you shouldn't take. Or you can, yeah. But if he takes back, I think you're in trouble here. No, the king is in time. The king is in time. Oh boy. My calculations are bad. Yeah, you don't mind it. You just go king up. There's no point in responding. You can respond if you want, but there's no point. So here, just king g7 is fine. Yeah. Either of these are fine. Bernard is fine. Bernard is fine. His opponent just has to resign. I have done well. What is Bernard waiting for? Yeah, I mean, if I see it, you've seen it. That's the point. Oh, good. This is even worse, right? Oh god, help us all. Let me just cross my mind. I've been thinking. Boy. Since his time is done, I don't believe it though. Oh boy. Oh, I'm gonna text Kennedy after this and laugh at him. Just know that's what I'm about to do to him. I'm going to be like, if he had played the landing, he would have won. Some of the other games are not as like interesting. That's why I'm not so much interested in them. I think this game is one, right? No, this is not a game. Is this it? No, that's not it. The position doesn't look like it. This is not what I'm looking for. Yeah, I think, yeah. I think this is the one I'm looking for. Yeah. It's over, right? Yeah. Some games were interesting. Let me put these games in a steady. I'll just do like 3 games. I would struggle doing quite a lot of games. Come on. Okay, so let me just download. And I'll put them all on chess.com and record the videos. Which one? Just Run and then Bernard, right? Those are the 3 games I'll look at today. But if there's any other games anybody wants to mention, I'm all ears for that one as well. Hey. Oh, we moved fast. Hey, I'm good. Dash and Ray, how you doing? It's good to see you. Like, I'm so happy seeing all of you. You have no idea, right? Because it's been a whole month, and in like I've been doing this for, it might shock some of you, but I've been doing this for 3 years. When you go off for 2 weeks, you may not meet the same people again, right? I've met like 4 different groups of people. So for you guys to still be around after the whole one month, I'm so grateful for that. I'm doing good, Dashan. I'm doing very good. I hope you are doing well as well. Boy, still doesn't do much. We can always hold our position. Something like this. You play pawn push, I take. This doesn't help your case. You take. This doesn't help your case. There's nothing that helps his case. Even f4 is even just good, right? f4 is a check, so your opponent can't even just say that, oh, I want to play pawn push, right? So you have to respond to this, get this, and this is what I'm talking about. So again, b6 is the move I mentioned. I was around. It's just I was having problems with my Wi-Fi. That was the issue. I have to leave this area and look for an area better Wi-Fi. We do have like generally bad Wi-Fi here, but certain areas are much better than, like here we get like 50 megabytes per second, which is not bad, but it's also not stable. And no matter how many times we've called them, they don't do the fiber, right? Like it's that bad. So I have to work. I'm working on moving out and then looking for a place with good Wi-Fi and then going there. Not just fast and good Wi-Fi, but stable Wi-Fi. Like I'm actually happy that so far we've not had a single disconnection. Sometimes streaming is so scary because you don't know what's going to happen. Like I don't boot up a stream thinking that the stream is just going to be smooth throughout. Sometimes you can just get like 17 disconnections and you're like, what the hell is going on, right? So mostly if I'm going on for that long, it has to do with Wi-Fi. I sent a message on the community chat that I would be posting videos, but I was trying to use like midnight data bundles to do that, and it wasn't working as well. So yeah, but yeah, we are cool now. We are cool now. Yeah, this PC sucks. I've been using this PC since 2014. Oh boy. And I recently, like, I don't know what happened, but when I came back, I've actually changed my monitor to a lower standard monitor. I was using a very big monitor. It's over here, right? And with that monitor, I was actually doing like almost 720p. But I've changed to a lower grade monitor, and I've reduced it to about 540p, and it was still lagging. I was like, what the hell is going on? No, I reached to 616, and it was still lagging, and I reduced it all the way to like 540p. And sometimes it still lags when I play on chess.com. So there are so many things I have to work on, right? I have to get a new laptop. I have to get a new place. I have to get like so many things, and it's very costly. I think it goes up to about like if I'm not exaggerating, because the laptop I was looking at is 15,000 Ghana cedis. Then moving out, rent, all that kind of stuff. I was giving myself like a budget of 25,000, which is like crazy. On my salary, crazy. But we like I'm trying to see if there are things I can do to get that amount this year. Hopefully, either this year or next year. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll see. So yeah, everything I said is happening. This is all straightforward. There's nothing big going on here that is like too difficult to understand. I don't like it when I keep having the same issues concurrently. I wish I could just solve it once and for all, you know? Wish I could just solve it once and for all. Oh. And in case somebody's wondering, like, how about SpaceX? SpaceX here is stupidly slow. Not like SpaceX is bad, but here, like this area, like where I'm staying, this is a like my area is actually called Old Mampobi Estate. It used to be a governmental like place where like big people were living, but it's like now they've dejected and forgotten it. Like nothing. Like it's just gone, right? Sorry, Old Dansoman Estate. Sorry. So it's like nothing here is being done. Nothing. Like nothing here is being done. Ooh, this move I did not look at. Oh, we just play F5. What am I thinking? Like I'm calculating like there's something difficult happening here. Right? Then he goes in this way. If he comes back, it doesn't really matter, right? Right? If he comes back, it doesn't. Yeah. I was calculating like there's some difficult position going on here. It's basically the easiest thing ever. Basically the easiest thing ever. I think king goes back, you can just go up, right? Because if your opponent takes, you can take, and then if this comes in, you can play pawn push. If he comes in, you come in here. He has to move away. You win this guy. I mean, it's over in many different ways. Or you can just ignore this. Because he has to play pawn push. Takes, king takes, pawn push, pawn push, pawn push. You are coming in with check. It's over. The king is close to the defense. So it's not like it's only the queen that's defending. The king is going to add to the defense. It's completely over. Actually, if your opponent plays pawn push, you shouldn't even take. Taking actually helps your opponent. You should just let him, yeah. If he takes, you just take and you're fine. Right? The king can't infiltrate. You know? The more you know. Oh, he finally resigns. Nice. Let's download this one as well. So I'm working on 3 games to analyze. This thing is not so easy. Oh, guys, you came in at the right time. Bernard just won his game. I just saw the numbers jumped up. Bernard just won his game. That's crazy. Nice, nice, nice. I'm going to laugh at Kennedy Olupite. He's close to drawing his game. Why don't I add background music? Well, I used to, but I was like, all the professional commentary streams don't use music. So I was like, okay, let me try and copy them. But it helps more to use the music. Oh boy. Maybe even now I'll play music. But I always play these EDMs that even I don't listen to. My kind of music, you guys might not enjoy it. I was sure going to be like, what the hell is he listening to? Oh boy. Maybe one day I'll do a stream where I actually listen to the music I listen to. You guys are going to be like, what? Kennedy! I can't wait to mock you. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. Please just tell me Kennedy. All I want to do is see Kennedy lose, and I can end the stream happily. Happily. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, if you like the coverage, if you are learning something, you can always, like I said, if you're on Twitch, follow or subscribe. Subscribing helps me monetarily. Or you can subscribe on YouTube and become a channel member as well. Becoming a channel member and subscribing, those are the ones that help me monetarily. But you can also just increase the subscriber and the follower counts, which makes this channel able to reach more people. We are almost at 300 subscribers on YouTube. We need to get 1,000. Like, we've done every other thing, like watch hour, we've done every other thing. All we need is just the subscribers to get the channel monetized. So yeah, you can help in that way as well. Anyways, Kennedy lose. You know what I'm laughing at Kennedy? I remember when I was very new at chess and I was playing against you. Like, Kennedy likes me, I think. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think Kennedy really likes my issues. Like, he likes me, and he thinks I can do very well in chess. But of course, I'm always not taking chess as seriously as I should because of like other things in life. So one day I was playing against him, and he was like, he was like, I should make my first 10 moves. And after I make my first 10 moves, he's going to play. And I made my first 10 moves, and he still ended up winning. I was like, come on. Come on, man. So I like seeing him lose, except when he plays the London system. So yeah, I just want him to lose so that I can just send him a message and laugh at him. I wonder if I'll give him a challenge now. Like, of course, I don't train as much as I used to. I always say that, but I'm definitely much better than I was, right? Much better, because it wasn't just like 1 month. 1 month I shot from 1500 to almost 1900, right? And I've been consistent at 1700 since. So I am definitely much better than in the past, and I don't know what happened. I hope I didn't use my my what do you call it, my growth space, and that's the last time I'm ever going to push like that again. I hope not. I want to at least end, if there's anything I want to end as a chess player, as candidate master at least. Yeah, if there's anything I want to do. At first I wanted to be an IM or an FM, but now I think it's becoming more and more impossible. So candidate master will be fine. Which is why I want to like qualify for the Olympia. All he did was ask about background music, and look at where I've gone to. Oh goodness. But this is more likely to end in a draw. I don't see this ending as anything other than a draw. Oh boy. Is he winning this one? Like I said, Mariano is the former champion of the, what the hell? Am I off? Since I'm still connected, what the heck is going on? What the heck just happened? These are the things that scare me. These are the things that scare me. Anyways, okay. Slow progress. It still looks good for white. He's managed to keep this whole weakness, but I think it's not going to. I don't know. The knight can't move, so I was thinking, actually, this is so high level, right? He's so much like prevented any movement. Like, it's so cool. I wish I could play like this. I just realized that the knight also couldn't make any sensible moves. Wow, that's like high level. Like, that's crazy. Crazy amount of skill. Is the transformation of the position good? I think it is. Bishop takes, knight takes, knight takes, knight takes, king takes. This move. Even if your opponent does, I think this is completely bad, because you come in this way, right? This is a problem. So you can't really like this, and if you come in this way, this is the problem, right? I think you can go for it. I think you can go for that transformation. Nope. It doesn't like it that much. 0.3 is like a draw. I thought it was going to be like a big deal, but it's not. It's saying he should try bringing his king more and more into the center. So if you go this way and your opponent takes, you are much better off. Or if you go this way, you can imagine that whole one move difference. Okay, this doesn't work the way I was thinking. But like if this was like a legit attack that you would have to respond in this way, you see that the difference here is that after this, if your opponent comes in here, actually still not the way I intended. Okay, I'm missing something. Knight versus bishop, when placed on both sides of the board, it favors the bishop. So you can choose to keep the bishop on, but I think he's going to trade. I think he's going to play the moves I'm recommending. Has Kennedy lost? Come on, Kennedy. Wait, did get bonus time on move 40? You are kidding me! Kennedy lose! Oh, goodness gracious. At this point, this game is not going to end anytime soon, trust me. Okay, so we'll see. These guys are almost moved 40. He played king e3, yeah. The whole trade makes sense if you look at it from an end game perspective. There's play on both sides of the board. The bishop can travel to both sides of the board with one move, right? The bishop can just move here, queen side, it can just move here, king side. But the knight has to like travel. So that's why it's much more effective when placed on both sides of the board to have the bishop. Doesn't mean he's winning, but it's a slightly better position to play, right? You could say white has the better tools for the job. If black is very good, black can use his tools in such a way, though they may not be the best tools, he can use his tools in such a way to get the job done as compared to like white. It's not a tool, it's how you wield it. I think if he makes a move like this, there's going to be a trade. Like if he makes a move with the king or something, there's going to be a trade. Like any move he makes that is not a knight move, there's going to be a trade. Especially since e3 has been played. For example, right? I think this is a clear example. Because you see, doesn't work. You can just hold your opponent. Everything your opponent does just doesn't work. And now Zook swung. This position is just good for him. So any move that is not a... Ooh, this is actually interesting. I think we still take. I think we still go this way and then go this way. And then come in this way. It does create a slight dynamic. Huh. So what about takes, king takes, and then pawn push? What are these kids doing next door? takes pawn push. King comes in here, pawn push. And I still think we get the because we have more non-renewable energy resources as compared to our opponent. That's how John Bartholomew refers to them as. Right, you can't take pawn moves back. So you have more non-renewable energy sources. Like, I would be very scared to play the way white is playing. But it could just be the best thing to do. Right? Again, it also seems like in my calculations, I'm only calculating the good lines for white. So it could explain why I'm missing so many things. But you can see that like black is really trying his best here to really like create problems. And to not lose the game on the spot. But if he was playing the moves I was saying, then it was completely losing. Let's see what happens here. Like, so after this, the move I was supposed to play was c5 or knight f6. C makes sense. I think c5 makes sense, right? Because if you go bishop takes, king takes, your opponent can sort of dilly-dally, shilly-shally here because now he gets the opposition. Do I still think that black is, like white is better, sorry. Here the position is even. Okay. Like, I'm looking at c5. No, it doesn't work. I was thinking c5, king e5. Yeah, that doesn't work, yeah. Because that one, you get hit with knight f6 check and then you lose the bishop. Is that so complicated? Okay, so I think they've made time control. They get excess time. Kennedy, are you losing? Yes, he's losing. Okay. Since they've reached time control, means they're going to spend more time thinking. Guys, like I said, I'm mainly focused on Ghana, but I will look at every other game. I think I've looked at quite a number of games. We've seen them to the end. I will just take 3 of those games, record the video, and post it tomorrow. God willing. So yeah, thank you guys so much. You can join my Discord if you want to know whenever I like stream, or you can. Whoop! That was the worst. You can also check out my socials, and if you're on the Twitch, this is the YouTube link, so you can follow me on YouTube as well. Once again, thank you guys so much for your presence here. Everybody from Africa who was watching this, if the stream helped you, you can always let me know on YouTube. You can let me know in the chat as well. Everything is great, and if there's going to be another round, I will stream it. From the schedule, it should be around a day, but if they do 2 rounds, I'll do my best to be on top of it. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate you. I'll see you either this evening or tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.